Do you ever get the munchies? Don't lie, I know you do. When I get snacky, I always want something salty. So today I'm gonna show you how I made these delicious, super crispy potato chips. Yes, ma'am. And I started out by washing my potatoes off. And then I just put them over there on that paper towel to dry off. Now that I have my 4 russet potatoes, 2 sweet potatoes, a knife, cutting board, and a mandolin to slice them thin, I'm ready to go. And then I started slicing away. This actually took me forever, so I'm gonna speed it up for you. Boom. Now I started with sweet potatoes because they were a little bit harder to slice, but I still got them pretty thin. And then I used the guard, but all it did was poke holes. It didn't really help me. So I stopped a little short at the end of the potato just so, you know, my mandolin thirsts for finger blood and I just refuse to satiate it, so. And then like halfway through slicing, I noticed my mandolin was like turning green. And now I finally made it to potatoes, and speed up please. And now the real fun starts. This is where I fry these things up. I had about 2 inches of vegetable oil in there, about 400 degrees. You don't have to measure. Just when you drop it in, it immediately becomes surrounded by tiny little bubbles and eventually floats to the surface. That's when you know your oil is hot enough. And I just put them on this paper towel lined baking sheet when I was done. Here's a fry shot. Ta-da! I got a skimmer. This made it so much easier to take the chips from the hot oil and put them on the paper towel. So I highly recommend it. And here they are, the sweet potato chips. This is the one that got poked holes in. I thought it looked pretty cool. You can see all the way through it. And we've finally moved on to the russet potatoes. The end is near. Just stirring them around to make sure they're not stuck together so they crisp up evenly. Here's another fry shot. Glorious. And I made a different, bigger paper towel lined baking sheet for the potatoes, just to keep them separate from the sweet potatoes. Now don't do what I'm about to do. Yeah, don't do that. They get stuck together and they do not come undone. They just didn't get crispy enough. Now here they are, my giant mountain of crisps, and you can tell the difference between the nice golden brown ones in front and the pathetic, sad, pale ones in the back. You guessed it, those are the ones that I clumped together. This is how crispy they are.
I love you, little booty rat. I love your food.
That's it, guys. I hope you liked this video. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you want to see more. See you next time. Bye.